Azure Cloud Shell is an online, browser-accessible shell that provides a command line experience for managing Azure resources. It supports both Bash and PowerShell, allowing users to choose their preferred shell environment. Cloud Shell is integrated with the Azure portal, making it easy to access and use without needing to install any additional software. This tool is designed to help users manage their Azure resources more efficiently by providing a consistent and reliable command line interface. Azure Cloud Shell offers several benefits, including the ability to access it from any device with a browser, eliminating the need for local installations. It provides a pre-configured environment with popular tools and Azure CLI installed, saving time on setup. Additionally, Cloud Shell includes persistent storage, allowing users to save scripts and files between sessions. This makes it a convenient and powerful tool for managing Azure resources on the go. The Azure Command Line Interface, CLI, is a set of commands used to create and manage Azure resources. It is designed to be simple and easy to use, with commands that are intuitive and consistent. Azure CLI can be used from the Azure Cloud Shell, a local installation, or through scripts and automation tools. It supports multiple platforms, including Windows, macOS, and Linux, making it a versatile tool for developers and administrators. Azure CLI offers a range of features that make it a powerful tool for managing Azure resources. It supports interactive and script-based usage, allowing users to automate tasks and streamline workflows. Azure CLI commands are designed to be idempotent, meaning they can be run multiple times without causing unintended side effects. Additionally, Azure CLI integrates with other Azure services, providing a seamless experience for managing resources across the platform. To get started with Azure CLI, users can access it through the Azure Cloud Shell or install it locally on their machine. The installation process is straightforward, with detailed instructions available on the Azure documentation website. Once installed, users can authenticate with their Azure account and start using CLI commands to manage their resources. Azure CLI also supports extensions, allowing users to add additional functionality as needed. Azure PowerShel is a set of modules that provide cmdlets for managing Azure resources directly from the PowerShel command line. It is designed for users who are familiar with PowerShel and prefer to use it for their scripting and automation needs. Azure PowerShel can be used from the Azure Cloud Shell, a local installation, or through automation tools like Azure Automation and Azure DevOps. It provides a powerful and flexible way to manage Azure resources. Azure PowerShel offers a range of features that make it a valuable tool for managing Azure resources. It provides a comprehensive set of commandlets that cover all aspects of Azure management, from creating and configuring resources to monitoring and troubleshooting. Azure PowerShel supports both interactive and script-based usage, allowing users to automate tasks and streamline workflows. Additionally, it integrates with other PowerShel modules, providing a seamless experience for managing resources across different platforms. To get started with Azure PowerShel, users can access it through the Azure Cloud Shell or install the Azure PowerShel module locally on their machine. The installation process is straightforward, with detailed instructions available on the Azure documentation website. Once installed, users can authenticate with their Azure account and start using PowerShel cmdlets to manage their resources. Azure PowerShel also supports custom modules, allowing users to extend its functionality as needed. While both Azure CLI and Azure PowerShel provide powerful tools for managing Azure resources, they have some differences. Azure CLI is designed to be simple and easy to use, with commands that are intuitive and consistent. It is ideal for users who prefer a command line interface and need to automate tasks across multiple platforms. Azure PowerShel, on the other hand, is designed for users who are familiar with PowerShel and prefer to use it for their scripting and automation needs. It provides a comprehensive set of cmdlets and integrates with other PowerShel modules. Azure CLI is well suited for a variety of use cases, including automating resource management tasks, deploying and configuring resources, and managing resources across multiple platforms. It is particularly useful for developers and administrators who need to perform tasks quickly and efficiently. Azure CLI can be used in scripts and automation tools, making it a versatile tool for managing Azure resources. Additionally, its idempotent commands ensure that tasks can be repeated without causing unintended side effects. Azure PowerShel is ideal for users who are familiar with PowerShel and prefer to use it for their scripting and automation needs. It is well suited for tasks that require complex scripting and automation, such as deploying and configuring resources, managing resource groups, and monitoring and troubleshooting resources. Azure PowerShel integrates with other PowerShell modules, providing a seamless experience for managing resources across different platforms. It is a powerful tool for administrators and developers who need to manage Azure resources efficiently. Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell can be used together to provide a comprehensive solution for managing Azure resources. Users can choose the tool that best fits their needs and preferences and switch between them as needed. For example, a user might use Azure CLI for simple tasks and automation, and Azure PowerShell for more complex scripting and resource management. By integrating both tools, users can take advantage of the strengths of each and manage their Azure resources more effectively. When using Azure Cloud Shell, it is important to follow best practices to ensure a smooth and efficient experience. Users should take advantage of the persistent storage feature to save scripts and files between sessions. It is also recommended to use version control systems like Git to manage scripts and configurations. Additionally, users should familiarize themselves with the available tools and extensions in Cloud Shell to maximize its capabilities. By following these best practices, users can make the most of Azure Cloud Shell and manage their resources more effectively. Security is a critical aspect of managing Azure resources, and both Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell provide features to help ensure the security of your environment. Users should follow best practices for authentication and authorization, such as using multi-factor authentication and role-based access control. It is also important to regularly update and patch the tools to protect against vulnerabilities. Additionally, users should be cautious when running scripts and commands, especially those that modify or delete resources. By following these security considerations, users can help protect their Azure environment. When using Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell, users may encounter issues or need assistance. Azure provides extensive documentation and support resources to help users troubleshoot and resolve problems. The Azure documentation website includes detailed guides, tutorials, and reference materials for both tools. Additionally, users can access support through the Azure portal, community forums, and support tickets. By leveraging these resources, users can quickly resolve issues and continue managing their Azure resources effectively. Azure Cloud Shell, along with Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell, provides powerful tools for managing Azure resources. By understanding the features and capabilities of each tool, users can choose the best tool for their needs and manage their resources more effectively. The next steps include exploring the Azure documentation, practicing with the tools in Cloud Shell, and integrating them into your workflows. By doing so, users can take full advantage of the capabilities of Azure Cloud Shell and its management tools.